Hi everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to represent a normal force diagrammatically. Before that we'll have a look at what you have learned in your previous class about force and its effects. And then we'll go to different types of forces, and then towards the end of the video I have given you the representation of the normal force. Okay? Now we'll see the changes force can produce when applied on an object. Okay? Now, the first point is that it can change the state of rest. An object at rest can be made to move by applying force. The second point is that it can change the state of motion. A moving object can be brought to rest, or you can increase the speed of it or even decrease the speed. By applying force you can change the direction also. When you apply the force in a different direction to its motion, it starts moving in a different direction. The third point is that it can change the size or the shape of the body when applied on a non-rigid body. Now the types of forces. You can divide it into two: contact forces and non-contact forces. In contact forces, we have normal force, tension, friction, restoring force, buoyant force, force exerted during collision, air resistance, and so on. In non-contact forces, you have gravitational force, electrostatic force, magnetic force, and so on. Now we'll see the main points about the normal force. You usually represent it using the letter N. It is always perpendicular to the surface of contact. That's the first point. Second point, the normal force prevents a solid object from passing through the surface. And the last point, it is a reaction force due to the weight of the object. Now we'll see how you can represent normal force. You know, force is a vector quantity, and therefore we use vectors or rays to represent forces. Okay? And now here you have an object placed on a table, and the center of gravity is marked at the center of the object using a small circle. So the weight acts downward. Weight is a kind of force. W acting downward, which is equal to mg, mass into acceleration due to gravity. And the normal force shown here using the red vector is acting in the opposite direction to that of weight, that is the upward direction. And here you find that normal force is equal to weight of the object. Now you have an object placed on an inclined plane. Here you find that the weight acts in the downward direction, vertically down, and it is represented using the letter W. But the normal force is acting perpendicular to the surface. So they both are not in the opposite direction. See? Normal force always acts perpendicular to the surface. Here the surface is the surface of the inclined plane. So you can see the red arrow where you have the normal force less than the weight of the object. Here they are not equal. Normal force is less than the weight. The last example is of an object sliding along a vertical wall. Here you find that the object is moving down, just sliding along the wall. The weight of the object is acting in the downward direction, vertically down. The weight is not exerted on the wall. Therefore, the wall will not exert any force on the object. So you can say the normal force is equal to 0 as no force is exerted on the object by the wall.